Welcome to Encouragement Thursday for the month of June. It's great to be with you. You know, every family, organization, or business that wants to be healthy needs to see itself as a living organism. You know, not to do that means that you will become institutionalized. And institutions demand compliance, and sometimes they don't allow for individual thought or see the need to grow organically. You know, if a flower is not growing, you don't fix the flower. You fix the environment in which it is growing if you want it to become healthy. And so this month, I'm going to talk to you about how to develop a healthy relational culture within your organization. I'm going to be encouraging you and giving you tips and tools to be able to do that so that your organization can grow and flourish in this season. So let's get going. So this week, I want to talk to you about creating a healthy relational culture. You know, it's not enough anymore to just have the vision statement and the values written on the walls of your organization. You actually need those things to be written on the hearts of your people. And how you do that is to simply create an environment of healthy relationships where people feel connected not only to the vision and to the values, but to the people, to each other. And that is so important if you want to build a healthy relational culture. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips this week to help you do that. So my first encouragement for you this week is to close the gap. What I mean by closing the gap is simply closing that gap between who you say you are and what your daily actions are. When you close that gap, you build a bridge for people to trust the organization. They begin to trust one another because you are actually acting on what you say those values are. It's way easier to write them on the hearts of the people then because they're seeing it in action. So my second encouragement today is to be intentional. You know, trust equity requires intentional investment for it to work. The quickest path to building trust equity is transparency. Now listen, I know a lot of leaders are scared of that word. Sometimes it's hard to think about being transparent in the business world. However, I want to encourage you, when the application is correct, when you are transparent in the right areas, you actually build trust way quicker than you would otherwise. And so I want to encourage you to actually admit maybe even where you have not closed that gap. You could even start that this week. Admit to your team, be transparent and admit where you might not have closed that gap, and then invite them to help you begin to close it. By doing this exercise, you're going to create an environment of a healthy relational culture. So remember, if you need help executing on this, you are welcome to DM me, and I would love to have a conversation with you and give you some very detailed tips towards you being able to do this in your organization. So remember, my book, Relationship Matters, is also available, so you'll see the link in the comments. Go and get yourself a copy, and we will see you next week.